Fortnite's new Delulu mode could be absolutely peak, you guys. Now, this one is really big. Fortnite just announced their new Delulu mode, which I'm going to be honest is a pretty weird name. I like the Party Crashers name a lot more. So if I go between Delulu and Party Crashers, just know that I'm talking about the same thing. And it's literally just proximity chat meeting battle royale. Now, a lot of people have wanted this feature in some form for years. And this weekend, starting on Friday for everybody, we are finally going to get it. The mode sounds super chaotic, very weird, and honestly, I think it's exactly what Fortnite needs right now. Something just kind of silly, something a little bit different that people have been requesting, and this is everything we know so far, along with what I'm expecting and what could either make or break this mode. Now, Fortnite is doing something a little bit different with this new mode. The mode actually drops for everybody Friday on the 19th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, but if you have a creator code, anybody with a creator code at the time of this mode coming out, you're going to be able to try it early on Thursday at 9 a.m. So everybody with a creator code will be able to play this early, which is something I don't think Fortnite has ever done before. You'll be able to find it in the compete tab inside of Fortnite. I think that is a pretty cool thing. Now, in terms of the actual game itself, it is zero build, and I have heard a lot of people saying they wish it was build, but zero build is a little bit more new player friendly, so I understand, and it's 80 players. So a lot like the Chaos Expert modes inside of OG Fortnite, which aren't there anymore, it is only going to be 80 players instead of 100, but it's going to have proximity voice chat, which means your mic is live to players nearby. Now, exactly what radius this is, we're not 100% sure. We will just have to wait until we get in game. And to be able to play this, you will have to have your voice chat set to everyone. There's no option to turn off your mic or anything. So just know if you want to play this, you have to do proximity chat and people have to be able to hear you. Now, the wildest part about all of this is that you can join or betray players mid-match. Like, imagine teaming up with someone, then backstabbing them for the win. That's kind of what this is all about, because only one player can end up winning. So you can team up with as many as 5 players, I guess, or 4 players. I think you are actually going to be able to add a certain amount of players to your squad. So there may be a formal actual like team up option. It may not just be like, hey, you know, I want to team up with you, so let's just stay loyal to each other. There may be an actual mechanic to that, but we will have to wait and see. But you can team up with people, all go after the win. And then of course, if you guys end up being the last one standing, you will have to decide who ends up getting the win, which will be pretty cool. So there's no squads, there's no duo base. It's just the Party Crashers or Delulu mode right there. It's all about trust and chaos, and it's only around for 2 weekends after right now. So the 19th through the 22nd, which is this weekend, and the next weekend, which is the 26th through the 28th. So this really is a limited time event, which I think is pretty cool. Fortnite hasn't done weekend stuff like that in terms of a brand new mode or an LTM in quite a while. Now, Fortnite has needed something like this for a little bit, not just new gameplay, but weird new social content and a way to bring the community together, as well as give us more content for social media. A lot of people I've been seeing begging for LTMs to return, and honestly, I don't know if the like old LTMs are the ones that people want to see back, but this format where it's just on the weekends and it's actually something new makes it feel more exclusive and even more exciting as a result. It reminds me of how, you know, old LTMs used to be. It genuinely was, if you missed it, that was it. You had no idea when it was going to come back, and there was no guarantee that it would come back. And I feel like we've kind of like strayed away from that a little bit because people complained about it, but I think that was something that really made Fortnite special. It feels like Epic is experimenting again, which is really refreshing to see as well, especially with BR being a bit dry. The content potential here is ridiculous. You know, betrayals, alliances, funny mic moments when people get killed. This is a gold mine for gameplay and reaction, so you guys definitely aren't going to want to miss this because there's going to be some awesome moments overall. And even though I'm very excited for this, the biggest thing I'm worried about is bots. Like, if they put bots in this mode, it is completely pointless and it is entirely ruined straight up. That's something Fortnite needs to stop doing. They keep messing with bots all the time, putting bots in every single mode. We currently do not even have a no bots mode in Fortnite right now, which is kind of ridiculous. This only works if we're actually interacting with real players, not just AI pretending to exist. The whole point is for us to interact with other real people inside of the game. The whole point of proximity chat is kind of unpredictable, you know, people not knowing who to trust, who to not trust. So if I run into a bot who can't even talk, I'm gonna be very, very disappointed, and I will voice that in a video if that does happen, because that will completely destroy this mode. It will make something that has a bunch of potential be completely destroyed. But something else I've also noticed is that they've said players will be equally scattered across the map, which sounds like we might not even have a battle bus or something like that, which would be a first for Fortnite. No drop in, just spawn somewhere randomly and go. And I think that kind of fits the vibe of, you know, chaos, like alliances, kind of a more Hunger Games sort of thing, which I think is pretty cool. So if it works and a bunch of people like it, what could happen next? Now, if this mode performs well, and I really do hope it does, of course, I could absolutely see Fortnite bringing this back as a rotating weekend second mode. I don't think it'll ever be permanent. It's just not built for that kind of experience. It's kind of too small of a feature to have a whole different mode for it, in my opinion. But as an occasional LTM, I think it's absolutely perfect and it's a ton of fun. Another thing too is I also wouldn't be surprised, and I hope they end up doing this. I hope this LTM is just a test run for this. I wouldn't be surprised if Fortnite adds proximity chat as an optional feature in the regular BR modes. It would have to be opt-in, of course, but for stuff like, you know, just in general BR, you know, even reload or blitz and things like that, that could be absolutely awesome and like I said, a content gold mine, and it would be just so much fun and such a new, fresh way to experience Fortnite. I really hope that this is their way of experimenting with that. But overall, you guys, I'm really excited for this brand new mode. I think it could be absolutely peak as long as Fortnite does not incorporate bots with this. I will be playing the mode in early access tomorrow since I have a creator code, and I've got a really fun video planned to show it off, as including other videos later on in the weekend to showcase this mode, you guys. Whether it becomes a permanent thing or just another forgotten LTM, it's cool to see Fortnite trying some really cool new stuff like this. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Are you excited for this brand new mode? Let me know. Drop a like on today's video. You watched all the way to the end. You must have enjoyed, so drop a like. Subscribe to the channel. I make videos like these every single day. Use code PROZEROYT, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.